Coming up on DuckTV Sports, Oregon football is back at Autzen Stadium for the spring game, and Oregon baseball squares off against Stanford in a pivotal Pac-12 series. All that and more coming up on DuckTV Sports.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Erin Maloney alongside Joey McMurry, and boy, do we have a show for you.
Busy weekend for Oregon sports, and we begin tonight with baseball. Horton ball. That's what Oregon baseball fans call the offensive approach employed by head coach George Horton and the Oregon Ducks. Usually that phrase is associated with very few hits and a lot of close games. But Oregon has been hitting the ball pretty well in conference play. Entering play Friday night, the Ducks were second in the Pac-12 in batting average, behind their opponent, Stanford. Pick it up in the top of the third. Line drive down the line by Danny DeKroger. Stanford strikes first, goes up 1-0. But wait, Oregon right back to work in the bottom of the third. Ryan Healy with a base knock. Erin Payne coming around third. Safe! And this game seemed destined for bonus baseball from that point on. Tommy Thorpe dealing for Oregon. Gets a little bit of help from his center fielder, Connor Hoffman, tracking it down in center. And the game all the way now to the bottom of the ninth. J.J. Altobelli is walked to try and set up the double play. Erin Payne in a tie game. No bonus baseball tonight. Stephen Packard scores, and Oregon wins in walk-off fashion 2-1 behind Erin Payne's heroics. And keeping with baseball tradition, he's rewarded for those heroics with a shaving cream pie.
The bats were heating up at Saturday's baseball game. Bottom of the second, Brett Thomas delivers an RBI single right up the middle, scoring Sean Chase. The hit gives the Ducks a 3-1 lead, and Chase gets a high five from their own bat boy. Bottom four, who else but Ryan Healy. He hits his second home run of the day since 6-1 Ducks. Cole Irvin getting into a little trouble in the fifth, giving up 2 runs, including this one right here as he scores Grant Whiting on a fielder's choice. Stanford scored again in the 7th to come within 2, but not so fast. It's Sherfy time. He took the game for the final 2 innings. Oregon wins 6-4.
Chip Kelly isn't the only Duck moving on to the NFL after 5 Ducks were selected in last weekend's NFL draft. The Miami Dolphins traded up to the number 3 overall pick to select former outside linebacker Dion Jordan. Kyle Long went in the first round as well, number 20 overall to the Chicago Bears, and Kiko Alonso was picked next by the Buffalo Bills in the second. Kenyon Barner and John Boyette both went in the 6th round. Barner will join former Oregon running back Jonathan Stewart in Carolina, and Boyette is heading to Indianapolis.
Offense, offense, and more offense. Football is back in Eugene as the Ducks took the field for their annual spring game to honor the military. The Duck is ready, the fans are ready, and the players are ready and excited. The Ducks offense picked up right where it left off last season, fast. Maldonado with the opening kickoff. First quarter action, Mariota hands it off. Fake! He keeps it for a gain before he is cautiously escorted out of bounds by the defense. This time he hands it off to Byron Marshall, who runs through a couple of arm tackles for a chunk of yardage. Quick pitch to Colt Laerla, who lowers the boom on redshirt freshman Stephen Amoko. Mariota gives it one more time to Marshall, who crosses the goal line before he fumbles. First one of the game. The offense is on fire, and so are the Ducks' biceps. Another player that stood out was backup quarterback Jake Rodriguez as the offense wins 65-10. We take it to Shannon Hartley to talk more about the military aspect of this game.
Today, the Oregon Ducks played their annual spring game here at Autzen Stadium. There was plenty of offense to go around as the final score ended up 65-10. The real story of the day, though, was Oregon honoring the military. Many players after the game expressed their gratitude.
I'm a proud American. My dad served in the Air Force, and I can't thank those guys enough. It really means a lot to me personally, and if football wasn't my game, I'd probably be joining them.
Support our troops jerseys. It means a lot, not only to us but to them. They do everything they can in order for us to play this game. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be playing this game.
You know, we don't always appreciate and sit down and think about, you know, what they do for us, and we got the chance to do that today. And you know, I think that'll be in our minds for, you know, for a while, and try to keep it in our minds as much as we can, what they do for us, and appreciate them as much as we can.
After the game, Oregon players met up with military members midfield to give them their jerseys as a way to say thanks for serving our country. Signing off for DuckTV, I'm Shannon Hartley.
Thanks, Shannon. Everybody wants a wagon wheel trophy, right? That's what the Oregon Ducks women's 4x400 meter team won Saturday at the Penn Relays. Led by English Gardner, the team posted a time of 3:26.73, which is the fastest in the NCAA this season and the second fastest in school history.
Not only is it baseball season, it's softball season. The number 4 Oregon softball team took on number 16 UCLA this past weekend. Oregon struck first on Friday night with a 9-6 victory, headlined by freshman Janelle Linville's 10th homer of the year. However, it was not enough to stop UCLA Saturday night. The Bruins went yard 3 times on Sheridan Hawkins. UCLA won by a 7-5 final at Easton Stadium, handing Oregon just their 3rd conference loss this year. The softball team returns to Eugene this weekend to play rival Oregon State.
Also, the acrobatics and tumbling team took home its 3rd consecutive national championship last weekend, so congratulations to them. That's all we have for you tonight for DuckTV Sports. I'm Joey McMurray.
And I'm Erin Maloney. Have a good night.